So we still have quite a bit of this Let's Play. So let me real quick clarify before we start. We are watching the Let's Play of Eternal Darkness that I did in 2009 or 10. It was deleted and then re-uploaded in 2011 because enough people asked me for it, and I still had a copy of it. It is a game that is a GameCube game. It is an informative post-commentary LP. There are a lot of sanity effects that I added to the game, including if you watched yesterday, we had. Wait, was this smaller? Oh, it was smaller. I totally had made. Hold on. I had made this smaller. It was like this yesterday. Right. And then my camera was up higher. It's not going to be exactly like it was. Yeah, shout outs to Oz, speaking of French. Shout outs to Raucow for being Raucow in my LP. As if it was just a normal fucking day. For sure. That was excellent. Shout outs to moving the time that the subathon countdown is to a different spot on my screen. Down here. And then we'll continue on. So yeah, shout outs to Simple Flips, obviously, always. So if you've never seen this game before, it's one of my favorites. So we're watching this and we're gonna chat about it. And I'm gonna not talk when I'm not talking. But one thing to know about LPs back then is truly we did not talk over cutscenes. So I can do that now and I don't care. Hello everybody, welcome back to Eternal Darkness. It's time for our next chapter page. This is the 9th chapter page. It's going to be set during World War II, and in it we're going to be playing as a character.
The war to end all wars redefined how mankind looked at war.
I just said the sanity effect is my audio is fucked up.
Over 19,000
that was
men
interesting.
Lost their lives every day in the trenches of the Somme.
If you think that sounded weird, it did.
Some invoke a higher cause. I read accounts of the slaughter from many journalists who spent time in the trenches. But I found the account of a certain Peter Jacob.
Yeah, there were a lot of different rules, like don't LP new games.
About the ancients' involvement
that was definitely one of them.
Was hideous and so obvious. With the horror of the Battle of the Somme scant miles away and the distant echoes of pounding artillery.
This is such a good game.
A young journalist named Peter Jacob researched his latest story from the front lines.
And I was talking about this, and I'll continue to talk about it. AOL played this last year, and Mecha Richter also played this last year, so I got to watch both of them play through this.
I find no solace in the purpose behind all the senseless violence that surrounds me.
Yeah, don't LP what other people already LP'd. Varlden, thank you for the raid. Hello, friends. Welcome in, friends. I hope your crossword stream went well. My name is Beep Salt. We're digging back into history and watching a Let's Play that I did of Eternal Darkness in 2009. We're about halfway through the game, but I just started playing this just started streaming this right now. I streamed the rest of it last night. I would love a remaster of this game. I think it would look really nice. I don't even think it needs to be like changed too much. I wouldn't want them to change any gameplay mechanics, really. Peter Jacob is a field reporter during World War I, and he's voiced by Michael Bell. As usual, the letters from this video will be in the thread. Yeah, so I don't stop and read any of these letters. I don't read them out loud. I don't read anything out loud during this. I don't, just because it was not how we did things. You would go to the thread on something awful and you would read. Aren't really necessary to the plot. The letter we picked up is, and in it, the injured man says that men disappear in the middle of the night without him being able to say goodbye to them. He thinks it's kind of weird. The place seems to be haunted. You can see that even though we're visiting the same place that we were with both Anthony and Paul, that the game really has changed. The area's bigger, everything looks different. It's really nice to be involved in going to the same areas, even though they've changed so much. And we even get this great view here again.
Yeah, the audio is so much better. The audio now is so much better. For some reason in particular, some of the audio in this LP itself is really weird, and I don't know why. Like, okay, so in one of the previous videos, it was because
it's beautiful, and it does nothing other than serve the purpose of looking great.
My girlfriend and I, at the time, one of these videos was us talking to each other, so I understood why the audio was more muffly, but I don't understand why it is in this video.
Nothing else important up there right now except the letter, in which the soldier continues to go on about how people are going missing. There are loud snarls in the middle of the night and weird voices, creepy stuff.
Now I remember particularly AOL and Mecca were both very lost in this chapter. They're so easy to miss stuff here.
Hope you're having a great birthday, Beef.
Thank you, Ninty. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for adding 4 more minutes to my clock today. I love it. Yeah, not reading anything out loud is so interesting. And this one is...
These posters on the wall are in French.
Yeah, the posters on the wall are in French. That is correct. Yeah, so this LP, I did a lot of weird stuff. If you weren't here last night, I'll talk about it for a second. I did things like backwards voices, like my voice, I recorded it and then put it in the video backwards. I had other people speak. At one point, I had friends speak in French. I had a different Let's Player at the time who was very popular at the time. I recruited him and had him do the intro and outro of one of these videos. One of the videos that we watched last night was all subtitled. No, I didn't talk. And then at the end I wrote, I'm sorry, my voice sounded weird in this video. So there's a lot of stuff. I tried to really do stuff that fit the game when I did Let's Plays.
In the video with Vega, he mentioned how annoying bone thieves are, and this level is chock full of them. Yes, they can burrow inside of you and kill you, just like they did to that maid. And you'll see here our sanity is already at like 0. So this is one of the best levels to run around in for sanity effects. Definitely run. Don't try and fight these guys.
There's a lot of weird stuff in this. Yeah, the trappers that banish you to the Shadow Realm are very frustrating in this game. Yeah, one of the things I really...
Using bullets to fight bone thieves is not a great idea. We need to go find a better weapon.
One of the things I really still think holds up about this game is every character playing just slightly differently. Different stamina levels, different sanity, like this dude's got really short sanity. We did not get to Pargon Puffs yet. I don't remember if there's sanity effects. I don't remember most of the sanity effects. Obviously, my audio was fucked up at the beginning of this one. Okay, now we have the two-edged sword, which I don't know if I'm going to mention it, but that's the same sword from the other times we were in this chapter. Oh my god, there's so many friends. The weirdest sanity effect in this game is the one where you have to feed a tomato. I did not ask for that. I also had something really special going on here because on YouTube, I didn't have a 15-minute time limit. So you'll see like this video for one is 20 minutes long. Some of the videos from last night were over 30 minutes long. It was so much easier to make a 20 and 30-minute long video than having to edit them into weird chunks. But a lot of LPers...
We have a little bit better of an attempt to fight these guys. 3 of them at once is not very easy or fun either. And sometimes this can be a really painful part of the chapter.
I'm assuming AOL died here 100 times. I don't think you have to fight these guys, but maybe you do. Maybe this hallway is just you go back and forth through it enough that it's annoying to not kill them. Yeah, people were so particular about like don't make your video more than 10 or 15 minutes long back in the day. which is mind-blowing now. It blows my mind that we really were that particular about, like, you can't make your video 30 minutes long. Like, I would make longer videos, and I was like nervous or like
Using
weird.
quick spell isn't always necessary since it only saves you a couple seconds. It's going to be really helpful for something we have to do later in this chapter.
It just is interesting, like all the stupid rules. All the stupid rules. Yeah, like I think AOL couldn't find a certain item in here and was really lost. I think that this Let's Play makes this game look a lot easier. Just because Vega was good at playing the game, and additionally we knew what we were doing versus playing this game for the first time on your own. A nun sucker punched you, yep. That is correct. Yeah, so I never had time limits on my videos, which made everything a lot easier for me.
The random effects like that can be scarier than anything else in this game.
Yeah, that lightning scared me. Last night I was getting really scared because it was like 3 in the morning or 2:30 in the morning, and I was getting really scared by this game in particular. Even just watching this Let's Play.
Sink me. Imagine.
I heard Danny in the other room say, "Oh no, 420, we missed 420." They all laughed at me for having longer videos. Who's laughing now? Me. I'm laughing a lot. We missed 420, Chad. I'm really sorry. I was too busy focusing on Paul.
Don't know if that would actually work in real life, but it's an interesting puzzle compared to the other ones, since it doesn't involve jewelry or colors.
That's fair. All right, thank you. Thank you,
Y'all
Empirical.
believe in second chances.
Thank you, AOL and Empirical Woodland. Thank you, Empirical Woodland, for the 50 bits and AOL for the 100. Now we have another chance to see the 420. We're gonna blaze it. We're blazing it, chat.
I love how walking over the broken glass actually gives me a sense of different sound.
What if 420 never came? Oh no. Thank you, World's Cutest Gamer, for 50 bits. Also, in one of the things I did when I was doing the subtitled episode of this, I wrote some subtitles that go off the screen too fast, but I essentially said, I wonder if some of these characters have spouses. I bet the character that I was playing it at the time was gay. And like watching that now really was funny to me.
Be happening.
That was my first time ever seeing that effect, and I've played through this game a lot of times.
I've never seen anyone get that effect. He shot at the screen. I've never seen anyone get that effect besides that in this recording right here. You had that one? Awesome. I didn't see Mecha get it at all. It's a really good one. This part's super confusing first playthrough. We're on 420 again, chat. Alex did it? You mean like the main character? That's cool. I didn't know she could do that one. Yep. People got...
I'm sure you figured out exactly what that 7th circle of power does. It's same thing, just adding more paragons.
More paragons, y'all. So many paragons.
Nice.
Thank you, Danny. We're back to 420 again. Oh yeah, if people stop donating right now, we'll stop at exactly 420. That's really funny. I should have made my channel points just be paragons. Chat, fuck, marry, kill. Chiturga, Ulioth, and Zelatoth. Zelatoth is the green lady. Chiturga's the big red man, and Ulioth is the blue guy. Marry Zelatoth? That's fair. Yeah, you can change your channel point information stuff. I think mine is salt. AOL's is like trial discs.
Time to cast a spell, chat. Paragon, 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 paragon.
Oh, bye.
Paragon, 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 paragon.
You cast a spell in the
The
past.
floor is one of the more common sanity effects I tend to see.
Yeah, falling through the floor is pretty common. I don't know if we got my favorite sanity effect during this playthrough. We'll see. Welcome back, Kenny.
You'll notice here that the red glow still hasn't faded away. There we go. That is because the 7-point spell obviously lasts longer than the other ones will.
Another thing it takes a long time to get used to in this game is when your spell is finished being cast and you can move. I saw everyone I've seen play this moves way too early. So brutal. His sanity meter is so small. Yeah, so it's easier to find the
There's definitely no shame in running away to heal.
no shame, run away and heal all the time. Here it is. I literally just asked, I wonder if I got this one. Oh wait, this isn't the one I'm thinking of. One of these ones, your head falls off. And when your head falls off, you can pick it up and it starts doing a speech.
Peter's chapter really is the best to be in. You can see how small his sanity bar is, and there are quite a few enemies to take it down.
Okay, they just texted me back and said, we plan to show your unit, but the showing was canceled. I think they accidentally marked my unit. We're definitely not moving out of here. Like, we signed our lease in, like, March or something. Yeah, I got a text. Did you text them? Oh, Danny texted them and said we're not showing it. So this was one thing that AOL didn't find
Every drink
immediately.
from this bottle is pretty helpful. It refills your magic all the way. So if you don't have an area to run around in, like right here, it's probably a better idea to use the bottle.
Streamer is using pre-recorded footage, but Streamer, when talking over footage, it was already pre-recorded footage then. So it was like pre-recorded footage, then Beep talked over. Now we're watching it again. It's gameception, yeah. Okay, so it's easy. There's 2 secrets in this game. One is the getting 3 effigies, which AOL and Mecha both did when I watched them play. But there is a place in the chapter previous to this, Roberto's, where you can go find Mantarok's rune.
In his final letter, the soldier is afraid to sleep for fear he will be taken away next.
It's much harder to find. We have 7 points Pargon now, thankfully. So you have to like get the trapper spell, backtrack a whole bunch, and then come back and do it.
Rat murder. Like they just explode. Gross.
Rat murder. How dare. Yeah, that magical elixir's in an optional place too, and it is so helpful. Oh my god. It's so helpful. Just not having it here is a pain. I think I had AOL go back and get it because she was having such a hard time with this chapter. I think it was in this one and not a different one.
In Paul's chapter, we see the Black Guardian raised in the basement of this area, and it's been 500 years and yet nothing has happened. The timeline in this game is really, really wonky, and I'm not really sure exactly what order things have supposed to have taken place in.
Is this the one where the boss fight is at the end? The last chapter I was like, last night I thought that Edwin or Paul or whoever it was last night that I last did, I thought it was his chapter where you fight.
That the ancients and pious are timeless or floating through time. I'm a huge time travel nut and I love that theory.
Yeah, the idea that Pius and the ancients are not fixed in time makes a lot of sense, especially when you think about the order that Pius is like doing stuff in is really weird. It doesn't make sense. And these chapters are all out of order. I love that I talked about it like it was a theory when I made the theory up. Definitely have to save here.
Through the door at the end of this hallway is where Paul met his grisly end, and we'll see what happens to Peter next time.
So that is where I cut that video off because this boss fight is like 11 minutes long. Rice and broccoli and Thai peanut sauce sounds really good. It was a theory I had. It was a game theory. It was before game theory. When did game theory start? It was 2009 that I did this. Should have made up game theory. I would be rich. I would give the Pope a copy of Eternal Darkness, that's true. So this is who everyone wants to wife. So we're about to make this fight look really fucking easy, but it's not easy at all. First off, figuring out what to do is so hard.
There are a lot of guides out there that will tell you the best ways to beat this boss because honestly, if you don't know what to do, this boss can take you upwards of 30 minutes trying to figure it out. Your first thing to do is to assign a 5-point magical attack spell to one of your hotkeys.
So this is the video that I get the most comments on. Thank you for telling me how to do this.
You can only injure this boss when she flashes green, so immediately after she casts her attack, dodge, and then cast your spell.
Sorry, AOL. No bully. This music is a bop, by the way. So this is the boss they added into the game because Shigeru Miyamoto was like, there's not enough boss fights in this. I'm not joking. I don't know if I mentioned that during the LP at all, but I probably did. Miyamoto again ruining video games, yep.
For the second segment, I definitely suggest refilling your magic by using the magical elixir and killing the first wave of zombies to boost back up your sanity.
Oh, you should play this, Sam.
Cast a spell that will raise 3 zombies. Don't worry about them. What you need to do is cast your magical spell right after the 3rd zombie begins to raise up.
Like I said, Vega makes this look really easy. She's really good at games, so... Again, if you've ever heard me mention the person who I watched play like 100 and something hours of Demon Souls, that was Vega. Yeah, the only reason I sat AOL on this part is because she literally couldn't figure out what she was doing, which is not her fault. Again, this is really hard. You have to have perfect timing right here. And you have to know exactly when you can run, too. Yeah, Vega would always kick my ass in Smash, too. So good at Smash.
And now we get to see her up close in all her glory and beauty. Avoid these spells that are coming down at you, and when she seems to delay or get tired, throw her a blast of your magical energy.
So like I mentioned this last night, but when you play this game for the first time, you think Ulyaoth is like the thing. Or sorry, if you play as Xelatoth or with Xelatoth's rune, you think, like, I always thought you were on her side or you were working with her or something. But she's actually, like, you're actually on Chiturga's side here. And maybe I'm just a goofus. Again, she made this look so easy.
Because of how much accuracy and precision is needed in timing of this boss, this is one of the most frustrating things in this game for me.
At least I said that. Yeah, so now you get the essence of Chiturga. Nice. Nice. Nice.
And that was how I came by it. I know it sounds crazy, but there you have it. The only proof I have is that statue.
It's a strange one. I've seen one like it before.
You have?
I'm the best, thank you. Thank
Very
you.
rare, though. Very obscure.
I've had experts take a look at it, and none of them know what it is. And you do.
I'm somewhat of an expert on these things myself.
I'm somewhat of a scientist
An interest I
myself.
developed a long time ago while I was a young man.
Then you should keep it. Lord knows I have no interest in it. I am sure it's the cause of my sleeplessness.
Eternal Darkness knew about the 69 memes in the future. It was ahead of its time. Yep, it was definitely ahead of its time.
Then a drink, perhaps. For the gift. For an unusual objet d'art.
So I guess I didn't really add any sanity effects in this besides that fucked up audio at the first one. Yeah, I'm a scientist. I have my bachelor's in computer science. Yeah, this was originally an N64 game. I'm glad they waited.
Out of the 9 characters we've played as so far, only 2 have escaped becoming either zombies or just becoming splatted.
Help me! Please help me!
That scream every time. I'm like, why are you like this?
I can't get the blood out!
RE0 is very brutal if you don't know what's going on. I agree. Like a very hard game. I had a lot of easy times while playing it on easy. I'm glad I did play it on easy though. There's so much. Why is this basement so loud? I guess this is all of Max's servants screaming because they got killed. Zero is back. Danny made some bacon or something. So Zero was left me for a little bit. I had never played a Resident Evil game at all when I played this. Oh.
This can't be happening!
Looks like little Alex isn't doing so well anymore. Now that the power's on, there's a room upstairs we can finally enter where it was too dark to see before. Take a look at the painting now.
What was everyone's favorite, or not favorite, but what was everyone's first like real horror game that they played? Clock Tower, Super Nintendo, Resident Evil. Trying to think what mine was.
You are not free to leave
Mega Man
this
64.
plane until you complete a task for me. You are to hunt and kill the
Silent Hill
master of this
2,
house.
yeah. Mine was probably Silent Hill 3, I think.
And you will be free. Else fear the wrath of Zelator.
Although I guess maybe I played this before I played 3. When did Silent Hill 3 come out? Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut.
Everything is complete for your arrival, Master.
I've never played Majora's Mask. I think that counts, honestly.
And that is not too many years from now.
Definitely, at least to me.
Another Roivus has crossed our path. This time, we will not be so merciful.
Mercy has no place in this world. It has only a place for me.
He will meet such a horror.
Silent Hill 3 is 2003.
Will never set foot in his house
This was
again.
2000. This was earlier than that, then, right?
That they don't
This was like 2002.
to me anyway.
Then I must have played this first. Was this the first horror game I really played?
Call me crazy, but that's she just, I don't know, I think she's kind of sexy. See you guys next time.
Beep salt? Beep salt? Beep salt said, I think she's kind of sexy. I have never seen myself origin story as I looked at a crazy green monster with 2 personalities that flies in the air. and said, I think she's kind of sexy. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
You are not free to leave this plane until you complete a task.
So I showed off every single cutscene in this game, by the way. And I've showed these guys off yesterday. These are like the alternate kind of big bosses. But I want to show off a little bit of how, like, just because you can go watch these videos, but...
Everything is complete for your arrival, Master. Now we must wait for the planets to align, and that is not too many years from now. Another Roivus has crossed our path. This time, we will not be so merciful. He will meet such a horrible death that the rest of the line...
Chiturga's really mushy. I'm so used to seeing Zelatoth.
This time, we will not be so merciful.
So here's Ulioth.
Mercy has no place in this world.
He will meet such a horrible death that the rest of the line will never set foot in his house again.
Pray to me that they don't.
It's like the same dialogue. It's just different voice effects, really, for that one at least. Beatrix from FF9. Yep. This was the LP that got me watching.
That room tilt. Welcome back to Eternal Darkness.
Watching
Let's
my
check out this
content.
chapter page.
That makes
I always
sense.
say that, don't I?
I do always say that. That's true. I also always say she's big lady monster is sexy. I think she's kind of sexy. I took so much psychic damage from that. I cannot deal with it.
Did not prepare me. I would love to see how Freud's view of his mother would change with the knowledge of Chiturga. How Skinner would incorporate Zelatoth into his behaviorist theories. How Jung would accommodate Ulioth into his theory of the collective unconscious. Like my ancestors,
Yeah, I did not. No one tried to Retsu pray me at any point. That's because I was like not. There was nothing to make fun of, I
believed that
guess.
science could provide answers into my family's sordid, bizarre past. It was with great excitement that I began my search. The mansion's
All right, we made it
history
under
is
4
filled with my
hours.
colorful
We're gonna do it, chat.
Everything from convicted and hung witches to committed madmen, each laying their own peculiar mark on its character. I intended to find their secrets.
Grandpa. Like, just not reading anything. Should Edward get it out, chat? Should he get it out?
Now that we've got all that out of the way, Edward Roivus is Alex's grandfather, and he is played by Neil Dixon, and he has been the guy who's been voicing over all of the sections we've read so far.
Neil Dixon.
You may have noticed
Nice.
last chapter that we got the two-handed sword for a third time.
Cursed. Oh my gosh, thanks for the 5 gift subs, Cursed. Oh, we're back over 4 hours again. Thank you.
Saber, which is the same weapon that Maxwell had in his chapter.
Oh, my therapist is texting me. Edward, get it out. My therapist is texting me because they're showing my apartment on May 5th. I hope so. No, she just can't do our session this week, which is
This is
okay.
probably the most annoying chapter of the game due to its length, and also the fact that you can't really save after a certain point, which we'll get to very shortly.
That's true. AOL was literally, I feel like this chapter was a hell zone for AOL. I just remember watching her do this for, I can't even tell you how long. Because of the fact that you can't save after a certain point. If you don't know that and you don't save before you get to the last moment where you can save, and then you have to redo that whole first section, you don't oh my god, it's just really not pleasant for a first-time player.
Edward, although you are doing your best not to believe it, I am, or was, Maximilian Roivas, your ancestor. I died in an asylum after trying to warn the world. The pain and anguish I felt in that cell has empowered
If my, like,
after my death.
if my ancestors came up to me and were like,
I started, Edward.
I felt so much pain and anguish, and I would be like, can you fuck off?
Humanity may
Truly.
end.
Right now. Fuck off.
Set the clock to the 33rd minute of the 3rd hour.
It's the same puzzle again. Oh my god, my eyes are so weird today. Like
Without
last...
the tome, that's just a silly little piece of paper.
What? What beep? What? I don't know what the heck I thought that meant. Waited 20 minutes, curse. Yep, I live with depression. Stop whining, ancestors. I'm fine. Leave me alone.
Take them and use them. They are humanity's only hope. Destroy the Guardians, Edward, and avenge my waste.
Everyone's death is wasted, buddy. Like, relax. It was nice that there was a lot of time in here where I didn't have to talk.
Here's where the fun of this chapter begins. Oh man.
Oh, I did say without the tome, that spell is a silly piece of paper. I misunderstood what I said at first. No, Maximilian's very
Magical
cool.
Pool spell refills whichever alignment that you set it to, plus all 3 if you do it under Mantrox.
That is one thing that is really, really nice. Mantrox rune is really helpful. No, not my vase. Not my AOL person signing off.
That thing that just attacked her is called the vampire, and we cannot save the game again until it's dead. So, man, that just getting punched at by bitches.
Oh. Can we call that a sanity effect? Because I feel like I lost a little bit of sanity hearing myself say that.
Now we're playing pretty much a waiting game. You have to wait for the vampire to show up, and when you see the cutscene showing where it is, you go where it is and just beat the shit out of it.
Just getting punched at by bitches. That's not nice. She's not bitches. She's just trying to do her job. Yeah, this is a huge struggle for a first-time player of this game. It's so hard. The Super Mario ROM hack LP, I feel like that would be, the Yoshi's Island 2+2 would be so upsetting and stressful to watch. I had a guest host literally every episode, and I can't even imagine hearing anything anyone said to me or anything I said.
Looks like that got us nowhere. Saving him got us the gun key, but we didn't do any damage to it. It healed itself down in the basement at that rune gravestone, whatever you want to call that thing. So now we wait around for it to come back again.
Hey, Austin. So we are currently watching my Let's Play from 2009 of Eternal Darkness.
Might as well check out what that gun key has in store for us.
A gun. Yeah, you can't save at all right now, or in any part of this.
We might as well go talk to the help, see how they're doing.
We were casual with our misogyny back then. Yeah, I also thought I was a girl, so I thought it was funny. Now I wouldn't say something like that because I'm not a girl. That's the only information I can give you. I slept for like 4 hours, so I feel great now.
Wait a second, what was that?
Truly, he just walked up behind me. What? How rude. So we essentially already know where he's going, so we just went in that direction instead of not knowing anything.
Fighting this is really tedious, as you can tell.
Yeah, it is true. It's an elephant gun. Very different kind of gun.
Saving that guy would have been pointless if we hadn't saved the first guy, but it's nice to get more ammunition for that elephant gun if we want to use it. Again, got nothing else to do. Let's take a walk around the house.
Calm down, please.
Wonder what happened there. Looks like the stained glass window's fixed too.
Did it break in? I guess it did break in Maximilian's time.
This is the bathroom we found Edward's chapter page in, and it's completely different.
Just hanging out in the bathroom.
Idle chit-chat, the weather. Yeah, we seriously, just nothing to do.
Yep, just going in the bathroom, having a little cry. Yeah, the door creaks and the door close noises are so like, just freesounds.org. I love it.
Still can't actually defeat him because we're missing the top half of the basement key and we can't get down there to sap him from his power source.
Yeah, everyone in this game walks really interestingly, way better than Nightcry. Like, this segment isn't bad. It makes sense to me. But as a first-time player, I just can't imagine trying to do it at this point. It's very difficult.
Can't be too careful. She might have been ready to attack.
It's fair. So you see we have the Mantarok rune. So we're enchanting our weapon with the Mantarok rune. Which if you don't have this rune, you can't do that. And you also can't save at this point. Yeah, so I believe the Mantarok enchantment does do more damage. It also, when you do use that rune for a healing
Because of how
spell,
small Edward's health bar is, you do not want to mess around during this battle. Casting a shield, enchanting your weapon, all of that must be done. Plus a reveal invisible spell, since this guy is invisible.
yeah, so he's invisible too, so you definitely want to reveal invisible also. There's so many things you can do right here to like prepare. It's just a lot. So I think that using Mantarok as a healing spell heals.
Him first, you'll do no damage, obviously. He'll just heal himself. So whack at this thing a few times, get it down, and go to town.
Made it look so easy. Made it look so easy. But you can see how many, I think she had like...
Just remember too, there was no way to save during any of that.
Nope. Nope, I didn't forget. I think that the had cast like a 5-sided spell. Paragon.
That's our final summon spell, and it just requires 2 more Pargons and the zombie spell. None of those spells can be aligned with Mantarok also. I don't know if I said that yet.
Yeah, there's no Mantarok, like, things to summon. Now we can actually save again.
Here we are, going down deep into the bowels of Enga. Just a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing.
They're very mad. They're very mad. This part is really frustrating. This whole chapter is really frustrating.
I said before there are only really a few bosses in this game, and this isn't really even technically a boss, but this can be way harder than the last thing we tried to fight. Our sanity is already at like 0, and if we lose any more sanity, it's going to start sapping our health. We cannot afford that with Edward's such a short health bar here.
I can't imagine trying to do this on Chaturga. I can't even remember how annoying that was. Wow, that guy died really fast. Wow, okay, so got hit there as we were healing.
We can't even hurt him until we do a Dispel Magic shield, too.
But like also about to die. I love running past enemies, it's great.
Well, since we did get the elephant gun, we might as well show off what it does.
I don't know if anybody else I've ever watched play this has gotten the gun or used it at all.
That's a huge gun, and if you try and fire before Edward stops swinging the rifle around, you fall right on your ass, just like that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Just the whole ass. The whole ass. Oh, about so close to death here.
It's just like the fight with Max. Depending on where the Guardian lands is how difficult this battle can be. Like right now, we can't see the end of the screen because of the camera angle.
We're all a bit shit in our teens, happy to grow out of it. Yeah, I agree. I feel like luckily this LP has not been too painful to watch. Unlike did we start watching Claymates? Oh god, I can't. Bubsy there, I sure said some shit during
Edward's
Bubsy.
health bar is so small, a 5-point spell is great, and kind of getting hit there didn't even matter because there was so much left to fill still.
Super Ghetto World. Oh, I bet Super Ghetto World is hard to watch too. I can't. I'm not gonna watch any of that stuff. It's too much. This is taking forever with this gun. Man, the amount of health that sapped was so high.
You could actually leave without killing this guy, but as you'll see, we're about to be walking in circles for a while, and every step we take would take us right back through this room, and we don't want to mess with not being safe.
Oh, I mean, in 2008, it was a very different world. Like, I know people like to be like progressive and shit now and talk
Let's
about.
Play is brought to you by Pargon Puffs. Pargon. Wait, where the hell are you taking me?
I will play that one more time just for fun.
This Let's Play is brought to you by Pargon Puffs. Pargon. Wait, where the hell are you taking me?
So that was my friend Rob, who was not a Let's Player. He just is a voice. Like, he did voiceover work a whole lot, so I asked him if he would help me. I literally don't remember who drew that. If anyone remembers who drew the Pargon Puffs image, I don't remember who drew it. Yeah, he's done a bunch of like commercials on radio, so.
Yes, we are going to be making a giant 9-point circle of power. Here's our first rune, and for every time we put a rune, we must go back through this portal.
Yeah, I feel like I should remember. I've
On the other side and pull a lever.
I've remembered everybody else that's been in this, so I just don't remember who drew that. There's also the Rule 34 God Orgy that Mike Mnemonic drew, which is still up on the Rule 34 website.
There are 9 routes to set up, and therefore 9 times that you have to go through this. Each time releases one of these green doors, and then you're walking in circles, and you'll see we're here at the front room again, only to walk through this door and light up another rune.
It'll come to me in 4 days at 3 a.m. while I'm asleep, yes. I don't know why I keep thinking it was Grems, but I definitely don't think it was her that drew that.
Since this is a 9-point spell, we need 3 specific runes and 6 pargons. So our first one, since this is Dispel Magic, we need to do Area. I'm gonna fast forward through all these annoying lever bits.
Oh, what did I? Something you could do back then, or you can do when you're not live, is fast forward through stuff. I don't know what this music is. Does anyone know what this music is? I don't even know what that music was.
I guess yellow is the color of the runes that actually don't have an alignment chosen yet.
I know, editing your gameplay. No, you can't fast forward while live. I'm sorry. I wish I could sometimes. I don't know what this music is. It's really good though. Why fast forward live when you can slow motion? Oh. I mean, I guess you could watch these YouTube videos in slow motion if you want. I understand what you're doing in this point. Like, you're making a giant power circle, right? Like, and I guess it's fine. It's not like that bad of gameplay.
This is the only one where something different actually happens when you pull the lever.
I don't think it's a bad concept.
Looks like dear old Grampy's an alky. He does have an item that does restore your sanity, which is pretty useful, and it's just a bottle of alcohol. When you use it, you take a drink and your sanity goes back up.
I don't think that works in real life. I don't think if you drink, your sanity goes up in real life. Not even a little bit. Yeah, Eternal Darkness does have a few instances of it's not bad in concept, but again, of the when you think of when it was.
We are on Zelotok. Hey there, guy. We're going to need to use the stronger alignment to dispel her, and that would be Chaturga.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of streamers use like different music for like boss fights or stuff they have to do over and over again. There are a lot of instances in this game where you can just run past stuff. What is this music? It's badass. What is the... Literally, I don't know what this music is. Nobody knows what the music is?
Now the portals and the runes are both red, and we're gonna do some more Pargoning.
That's why this episode was brought to you by Pargon Puffs, because there's a billion fucking Pargons in this game. I might have credited the music in the description. I don't really remember, because when I re-uploaded this, I don't know if I put the whole, like, all the information in the descriptions. Because for Alex's chapter, I used Katamari music, because that was what I knew. This is from a different game, though.
Sanity is at like 0 and still no effects. I'm not really sure if you can actually get any during this segment. I don't remember getting any before.
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone get any sanity effects during this part, honestly. Ooh, my coffee was delivered. I got some more Nespresso pods, and they're here. Oh. That was Ghost Love Score by Nightwish? Uh-oh. I hope not. Sounds like I'm gonna get DMCA'd. Shazam said that was Orbit Stern by Billy Gart and Tour. I don't know who that is. Oh, it says it in the video description? Okay. Well, let's hope we don't get DMCA'd by fucking Nightwish.
Here's our last, actually different rune. And we're going to be, since we're doing the Dispel Magic spell, we are going to be selecting Dispel.
I mentioned this last night, but I was talking about getting a Pargon tattooed on me, but that it's not cool to get runes tattooed on your body. Yeah, I don't know what these runes are based off of, because they're not really runes. I mentioned this in the LP too, but a rune is like a letter equivalent.
It's Pargon, by the way.
Yes, of course it's Pargon. It's a letter equivalent, and these are word equivalents. So I don't know what these are actually based off of. Get a box of Pargon Puffs? Yes. I have to figure out who drew it first, though. Hello? We don't know who drew it.
And now it's time to backtrack for our lives.
Welcome to this game. Lots of backtracking. Please don't DMC me, Amy. Please don't DMCA me. Please don't DMCA me. Please don't DMCA me. What the fuck is this music? Please don't DMCA me. This is probably the Nightwish song. Don't DMCA me. Don't do it. I've always loved power metal, obviously. Yeah, they're more like Japanese characters than runes. I agree. 48 years later, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Where's the 69? Where's the 420? Where's the 69, 69, 69? That's the year you want to become a vampire, is 69, 69, 69. What cereal would look like Pargons? I'm trying, like, the closest thing is when Trix had all those shapes. That might work. So there were no real sanity effects in that one, except for me, like, using Katamari music.
Yes. Your colony of
I swore I
guardians in the
used
ruins
Katamari
of
music
Endor
for Alex's
has
stuff,
been
though, so I'm
eradicated.
confused.
A great magic wrought massive destruction there. Not a single guardian escaped.
Your concern is touching, but out of place. There are other guardian colonies. The loss of one is meaningless. That is the only disaster you report.
Yes, my magnificence.
I wonder if there's any fan fiction of this game. I've never, like, really looked or thought about it. It might be really interesting.
It matters not that you bear us ill.
Because much like Buffy, they're like, well, this is not the only place where stuff like this could be happening. I don't know if there must be, though. I feel like this is so niche.
Or even elevate yourself to our level. The future has unfolded before me through a vision. One of my many visions. A vision of my conquering the absent horror. Uliath, master of the plains. The magic of the plains is no match for the power of the mind.
51 of them on fanfiction? Nice.
Will be destroyed.
I'm just surprised.
Then the gates shall be opened, and you shall once again grace the earth with your presence.
In that note, Edward tells Alex that she should go drink some booze, pretty much, that he left her something down there by the barrels in the basement. And you guys wonder why Grandpa was so mean.
You guys wonder why Grandpa was so mean? What does that mean? Why was Grandpa so mean? There's a Courage the Cowardly Dog crossover with Eternal Darkness. Is it because of the line, the things I do for love?
Use that pickaxe to break through that weird wall that's up there on the second floor.
That picture in that hallway is really cool now. It's like a flayed, like, skin. You do wonder why your grandpa is so mean? Oh no, I'm sorry. Hello Evie, how you doing? Max killed everybody. Max killed everyone. I'm good. We reliving this Eternal Darkness Let's Play from a million years ago and having a blessed time. "51 fanfics, none rated higher than T." That's unfortunate. There's 21 more fanfics on AO3. Are any of them porno? It's a bed of ashes. I can't click on that because we're watching this on my browser, but... Yeah, are there any crossovers?
And now we know why Maxwell was actually locked away. In his closing notes of his letter, he says that he saw one of his... Hey, wait the...
Big lady. Big lady.
This isn't really happening.
As I was saying, Maxwell saw his servants move in unnatural frickin'...
One is a crossover with a Harry Potter. What? Why though? Why though?
In Peter's chapter, we actually sent someone here by using a trapper, and he's actually waiting for us.
Yep, that's the body we left here.
As I've been trying to say, Maxwell went crazy and killed all his servants. It's possible that they were normal human beings, which kind of reminds me a little bit of Silent Hill 2, or they actually could have been bone thieves inside of human bodies.
Oh, that reminded me of Silent Hill 2.
We have one of those things you use to listen to people's hearts, and we're gonna go use...
Sorry, what the fuck did I say?
Either way, we now have we have one of those things you use to listen to people's hearts, and we're gonna go use that on something in the basement.
Did I pretend I couldn't say stethoscope? Did I pretend I couldn't say stethoscope there for fun? Maybe. I don't know. It seems like I did. One of the fanfics has a tag that simply states, "Honestly, I'm at a loss for how to tag the eldritch equivalent of phone sex." Oh, I'm very interested now. Oh my god, back to the screaming basement. Thank you for putting it in my chat. I like the concept of this too. This one's really good. Resident Evil, eat it. So this next chapter page, I think, is Michael, and I think I missed both AOL and Mecha playing this. What's my favorite Resident Evil that I played? I really like Resident Evil 2 Remake. And I really liked... Let me see if I can think of another one that I really liked. Original Resident Evil? Yeah, the firefighter. I think that's the last one, and then
one that will allow the
Alex.
guardian that resides below to finish its channeling.
It's funny, I got a lot of like grief and had a lot of problems during this Let's Play, but looking back on it and just watching it, like I just am enjoying watching it and playing it. So that's really nice. Like, even though...
Most annoying part of the game over and only one more chapter page left, we're in the home stretch. See you guys next time.
Yes, the James Lipton ass dude, Roberto.
Dear Alexandra.
So it's cool. There's like audio of him reading all these letters, and I just put it in a separate video. Yeah, that's Roberto Bianchi, was the late James Lipton dude.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Eternal Darkness. This is our last chapter page that we're going to be reading, so let's take a look.
There are only a few vids left when you look for the music. What do you mean?
Disaster and death lurk, there is likely to be an ancient just beyond our senses, waiting. They prey on our misfortune.
I don't know if I'm going to talk about this, but this is one of the ones that got changed the most because of 9/11.
When hundreds of oil fields are set ablaze on the heels of war, the ancient's grip tightens, knowing that lives will be forfeit and resources squandered. But a few people make a difference. People like Michael Edwards, a Canadian industrial firefighter hired to put an end to the insanity at the end of the war.
Yeah, this is where you get the sword if you played right in the first chapters.
Was just beginning.
This cutscene is so modern compared to everything else in the game.
How's the temperature in there?
It's hotter than hell here. I'm getting a little nervous about this one. It feels more out of control than the others. More powerful. I don't know how else to describe it.
This is the safest way to blow out these things. You've done this enough to know that. It's by the numbers.
Yeah, the transition is really cool. It's very different than the rest of the game.
There, so you're probably right. We've got 500 pounds of 80% nitroglycerin grade dynamite all in place. We're good to go.
Edwards, you can pull your team back now.
They were trying to showcase what they could do for the Metal Gear remake. That's possible.
Sure thing. Coming back now.
We're getting a pressure increase at the well cap. It's gonna tear itself apart. Hurry! Get your team out.
Oh shit. The Resident Evil helicopter crashed. I can't believe I've been live again for 6 hours. He's fine. He just fell in like a really deep hole. He's totally cool. Everything's totally fine. He's good to go. Andrew, my birthday's tomorrow. But thank you. Thank you. This is the birthday celebration extravaganza. We're watching the Eternal Darkness LP I did.
All gone.
His body is so wavy. Why?
It's like they've been buried alive.
Why is his body so wavy?
Take this. Guard it well. Many have perished for it. Take it. Take it to the ruins of Engal. At the ruins, a gathering of light.
You want me to take this to some ruins under a house in Rhode Island?
Take it. Save us. Oh.
That's a big responsibility to give this man that just fell down in a hole trying to be part of the fucking Iraq war. His life is hard as shit. What was that recent game by the Until Dawn people? Yeah, see, you get all of the items that you had from the other times down here.
Michael Edwards, not to be confused with like the other 4 Michael Edwards that there are that are actually real people, is a Canadian firefighter, and he is voiced by Greg Eagles, who also does the voice of Chaturga. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Richard Doyle, who does the voices of a couple of characters, like Pius Augustus, also is the one who does the voice for Ulioth.
I think I did mention that earlier. That's fine, though. Yeah, House of Ashes. House of Ashes. They wish they could have done the Iraq war like this. But I think, wait, House of Ashes was like the second Iraq war, right? Because this is 1991. I guess you could just not take these weapons, but why? There's no like pacifist route in this game. There's no reason to not kill things.
As you can see, we actually haven't picked up the book yet, and there's enemies everywhere. And now that we have an arsenal of bullets and we're never going to use, fighting this thing is a pain, just like all of them have been. But you notice this one is huge, like compared to the other things we fought. Can't even hit him in the head.
Yeah, this guy's so large. I don't understand. Oh, ceiling is bleeding. God, this guy. No time of the month joke? No. No.
Michael's sanity meter is really small too. It's already empty. I think that the 2 military guys, Michael and Peter, had the smallest sanity bars out of anybody.
That's interesting commentary. Michael and Peter do have the smallest health bars, and they're the 2 military dudes. They're the 2 dudes that are literally in a war, and their sanity is the lowest. I don't know if that's like a commentary on PTSD, or like what. I don't know if anybody out there has any ideas, but I do find it really interesting.
There is a lot of combat in this chapter, and even though you have all these guns and stuff, it's not always the best option to use them, but you do have a lot of choice for weapons if you would like to use items that aren't, like, melee.
See, now this is like a normal size one of these dudes. The other guys were so big comparatively. Like, why was that other dude so large?
This is another chapter that really shows off the detail that was paid to making each character very different. Even though Michael and Peter were both military men, since Peter was a photographer, he didn't really have all these weapons that Michael has. And we're going to show off the assault rifle here, which has 2 settings. It has a, one shot, and then it also has the automatic version.
That assault rifle looks really grimy.
That shit just blows those motherfuckers apart.
It does. That's true.
Beyond the cutscenes and the enemies changing, the other difference between playing the 3 different gods is that Pius's artifact is always the one of the most dominant god, the one that you're fighting, and you must collect the other 3.
Yeah, because you always get Mantrok's heart. The Xelatoth playthrough is the one that I see the most because most people playing it for the first time pick Xelatoth, or if they're talking to me, I tell them to pick Xelatoth. I don't know what to say. Just because I feel like this game is best when you experience a lot of sanity effects. Just fucking playing this game and not getting a lot of sanity effects, like why even play this game? That's like the whole draw of this game as a horror game, you know? Yeah, so like everyone I watch play this, and I know Two Heel was playing this, but I don't know what god he picked because he like streams so late at night. I typically miss his stream unless I'm falling asleep and World's Cutest Gamer raids into him. That was Michael yelling. Interesting. You think he did Zell? I mean, probably. That's what most people do. See, but Edward's not dead yet. So that is so curious. Like I said, I think that theory that I mentioned during this LP of the gods and like certain things being unstuck in time makes a lot of sense. We know that Edward's not dead during 1991 because he dies in 2001 or 2 or whenever this game is set. So Edward's not really dead yet, but his statue's there when he comes here in 1991. So it's so, like, and all of them are out of order, but the statue is only there from the last chapter you played. So it's very, like, some things they just said, you know what, we don't really need to make it congruous because who cares? Also, you don't gotta fight shit in this game.
You really don't have to fight everything in this area. You can just run away. This is just a tip for you. There you go. Let's get out of here.
I don't think that was a sanity effect. It seems like I used so much of my sanity effect, like ideas during the first chapters that I don't know if I do a lot more in this last couple here. I don't even know what just happened there. That was very confusing.
That's actually the last of the 3 statues. If we would have missed any of them, we would not be able to go back and get them. And we get to complete that puzzle in this level now.
And I know both AOL and Mecha when I watched them. Yeah, I don't know if that cutscene skipped or what it was. Or if that's just how that cutscene is.
It seems that for a lot of people, the ending point for them for this game was really the big boss battle with Peter. They couldn't make it past it. And for those people that did make it past that, they seem to not be able to make it past Edward's stage with the vampire and the huge thing. I think it's pretty much smooth sailing once you get past that. If you can make it to that part, doing the rest of this isn't really that difficult, but it's like very painful to get past the really long drawn out sections in Edward's part for a lot of people.
I mean, that's true. The amount of stress that both AOL and Mecha had. And I keep talking about their playthroughs because those are the 2 that I've seen ever. during those 2 sections it's really very stressful. Hey Nante, thank you for the happy birthday. Maybe the fight with Peter is the gargoyles of this game, but it happens way later.
So here we are finally in the room where we're actually going to use these statues. You can see on the back wall right there that there's a warrior in a huge pose about to strike something down. Now normally in most of these puzzles what we've done is we've supplied the stronger deity to the weak, and here we'll be applying the weaker deity to the strong.
Cool sorcerer. Cool sorcerer. That's a cool sorcerer. But as I was saying, both Mecha and AOL were able to collect these things. I think if you weren't like a gamer and you played this game, which I don't know how you would get through this, but if you were not like someone who really pays attention or like collects stuff, you probably would have missed one of them. They're not hard to find. But if you do miss one, you do miss out on this item.
Even the images give the gods male and female poses. The warrior and sorcerer are both male, however the scholar is female. I think it's very interesting that these gods who don't actually have genders are given male and female images in these portraits because they have male and female voices.
Beep. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, earlier I did say Xel'Toth was sexy because I was Beep Salt even in 2009.
We spent all this time to get this enchanted gladius, which Michael cannot use because it is the ultimate weapon in the game and only equipable by Alex.
I said fuck gender. Friends! I love these little friends. Just teleporting bookshelves away. We were on the ceiling. That's why that was so weird.
You have to rewind that to see what happened, but we were walking on the ceiling.
I realized that. Yeah, banishing the bookshelves to the not the Shadow Realm, not the Shadowverse, but the Trapper Realm. The Trapper Realm. That's its official name. College food: canned pasta or canned soup. Oh, I really like canned pasta. I don't care how gross it seems. I like the Chef Boyardee pasta in a can with the like the actual spaghetti. I love it. I love it. I don't care how gross it is. It's good.
By casting a 9-point bind spell, you can cause a horror to change sides over to whichever alignment you cast it for.
I hate that the Chef Boyardee can stalk you home from the grocery store. So World's Cutest Gamer, in my household, things fall in the cart sometimes. And if something falls in the cart, it's illegal to take it out. So like if we're at the cart at the grocery store and we're by the Chef Boyardee and a Chef Boyardee can falls in the cart.
That's never happened to me before. It doesn't really happen a lot in the game, especially because running refills your magic. And when your magic is low, you have to run around like a doofus.
I missed what happened. I'm going to rewind actually. But I've never heard saying that they stalk you home. I'm assuming it's the same strategy. I have to see this again. I was not paying enough attention to see what happened to me. Oh, I didn't have the magic. Okay.
I swear that's never happened to me before. It doesn't really happen a lot in the game, especially because running refills your magic, and when your magic is low, you have to run around like a doofus.
Would I rather be trapped forever by the trapper thing or cut up by the scissor man? Cut me up, scissor man. Cut me up, scissor man. Spaghetti is the person that's coming to view my apartment, and even though I already live here. Yeah, also Chad is already home. You can't find us, sorry. I don't know if this is what you're supposed to do right here. I'm pretty sure it is. It's excellent if it isn't. Hi, we're friends. Please don't hurt me. Ever have a vision that's just like, can you blow this bridge up?
Remember where that bridge is from the chapter with Roberto. So we need to go there and destroy it. We have to do what the crazy voice in our head tells us to do.
You got a message Saturday saying they're showing your apartment and your lease isn't up until December. Yeah, tell them hell no. Say hell to the no. This is some Dark Souls shit too. Just blow up this bridge, baby. Do I think you'd lose your mind at this game? I think this game would be too scary for you, Rach, to play. But I don't think it would be. It's like very different than Dark Souls. Like it's not.
Of all the people, Michael just is having such a problem keeping his magic up. There's a lot of things you have to do in this chapter, and a lot of them involve magic, so running out of it. That was probably a little more perplexing for those of you on Max.
That's true. Yeah, so like I mentioned last night, a lot of these sanity effects won't work now. Like before we saw one where it was like a mute text in the corner of the screen, that like PC like error screen right there. Yeah, so we're watching the Eternal Darkness playthrough. I think these cutscenes with the worms are just like that. I don't know why, but I think that's just how they work.
Similar to the Hellmouth on Buffy, this pit is where all of these demons and icky things are coming out from.
I made a Buffy reference 2 minutes ago, and I made a Buffy reference again now.
We can't just put down the bomb, though. We need to make a magic bomb. Don't know if that's stronger than a regular bomb or what, but it will do the trick.
Yeah. Can we think of some things that would be good sanity effects now? I think Netflix skip intro button would be good. Or like a mid-game ad with a skip ad button. Those would both be good. Like you could do like a whole real ad for like a fake product. That would be a good sanity effect. One of my favorite ones we don't see in this because we don't really save, but when it says your save is being deleted, that one fucking makes me lose my shit. I would love that. That's still a good one, I think.
Oh, come on, Michael. Having such a hard time. His meter is so small. I kind of think that it's possible that the length of the magic meter is inverse to the size of the penis of the character that we're playing as. That would just be one guess on my part.
Beep salt. Sir! Oh yeah, it could just be a literal actual ad for Pargon Puffs. An ad that looks real and then it turns cursed and is creepy and meta and stuff, yes. This account has logged into another device, logging you out. That's good. Oh, have it kick you to the home screen and say an error occurred? I like that.
This is why we cast the shield beforehand, so we could get a quick break out of here. I told you guys before about the remix CD, but I also wanted to tell you guys a little bit. They did an audiobook. They wrote a book from the story of this, kind of like they did with Resident Evil. And then there's an audiobook version of that. And I'm going to play for you part of the chapter that they have for Michael. Before I do that, however, enjoy a little bit more of the running through this temple. We're backtracking quite a bit.
I don't remember the sanity effect at all. I don't know what this is about to be. I'm very curious. There was no audiobook of this game. There was no book of this game. So I don't know what I made up here. What if I never read anything and there's no follow-up? That will hurt my brain. Connection with the game server's lost. Dead controller is good. They did, there is one in this one with dead controller too.
Many centuries I've waited for you. You are mine.
Creepy grandpa. That's for Clock Tower 3, not this game.
Waited such a long time, Alex.
Never. I know what you are. I've seen what happened.
You can try to fight me, but in the end you shall succumb to my desires. My foolish child.
Ooh, Ushi, thank you for the 50 bits. Little squeaky toy.
Away from me.
Oh, we're at pi o'clock. 3 hours and 14 minutes left.
As I was stalking through the temple fighting all these monsters, I began to think of my pet moose. I named him Lawrence, and I used to feed him motherfucking maple syrup all day, 'cause it grew on the trees out in the backyard, eh? That's where I found it. It was delicious, and so was Lawrence. Sadly, my family was very poor, because we did not have any money of our own. So one winter, we had to kill Lawrence, and we had to eat Lawrence. And I love that moose.
No! Lawrence! No! I think that might have been Pale Voyager doing a really weird voice. I forgot about that. Truly forgot about that. That fake. Yeah, that was Pale doing a really weird voice.
I didn't think you'd show.
Look, I have no idea who you...
I think you do. Just as much as I know you know. Now let's be quick. The Guardians know where I am and I won't last the night. But that's not the point.
What's this?
Something you need. Don't open it here. Only in privacy. They can sense it if it's not shrouded.
Is it one of the artifacts?
You must leave now. Look, there's something I have to do before they get to me. I can't protect you if they find us. Good luck.
So I didn't talk about this at all, but this chapter was completely changed because of 9/11, Michael's chapter. I don't remember what the differences were, but this game was in development when 9/11 happened. So they changed his chapter. I would have to look it up to see exactly what was different, but here, let me look it up see if I can find it real quick while we're watching this. I don't know why I didn't talk about it during the LP.
Now it's time to enter a room we actually haven't gone into yet. We are going into the observatory since all the planets have aligned and now there is a light shining through. Convenient that we just solved that puzzle too, huh?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find this pretty easy right now. Oh, I googled Michael Richard and found my LP. Yeah, I think you're gonna play. You were originally supposed to be like a guy with guns or something different. I don't know if it's in that anywhere. Then you got to play that before the change is nice. Yeah, I mean, it's probably good they changed it.
Alright, now we have the Enchanted Gladius, like the power weapon of this game. Strongest weapon. It is enchanted with the dominant alignment, and it also has the ability to be thrown when you target an enemy that's far away.
Kareem's chapter was going to be different as well, too. That I didn't know. Again, not surprised they made changes. 9/11 was like... It was like 10 9/11s, you know? That's how bad it was, so... Oh, there was a debug menu in this? That makes sense, too. Like, I feel like there's so much in this game that...
Well, like I said, we have no more chapter pages. That's all for that. Last chapter is Alex, and we will do that next time. Just so you know, Vega actually didn't press the button there. It did it on its own.
I guess that I was told about that later.
Well, that's the last time we're going to be seeing that, and we don't have any more chapter pages left, so what we need to do is go to the thing that was shown, you know, in the cutscene where they're like, oh, hey, go over here. Since we can't go down to the basement, it's been sealed off from before, we need to go down to that hole. I'm not even sure what it is back here.
Would you give it a 9 out of 11? Yes. 9 out of 11.
I want to do a quick little plot summary so you guys know where we're at. Pius has been told by this god that we've chosen Zelatoth for this path, and we've been working against her this whole time, trying to stop her because Pius is trying to, as the planets align, bring her into our realm so she can pretty much take over and destroy everything. Obviously, we're trying to prevent that.
Oh my god, my eyes are so wild. I don't know what's going on today. I literally keep thinking to myself, why am I so tired?
Oh, great. Well, you guys know what this means. Pretty much, we are going to be having to do what we did with Edward again. However, this time the floor in the main room is electrified or magicified, whatever you want to call it. So we have to continually, we want to obviously up our sanity before we deal with this, but we need to, every time we run back through this room, we're going to have to cast the shield spell, which adds another layer of annoyance on here. Luckily, the switches have all still been pulled, so what we're going to be doing is going to be completing puzzles within these rooms, which add something other than just the whole, what am I doing?
Did I just give up on making a sentence there? It seems like I just gave up on speaking a sentence there, which is fair. I was gonna ask because I didn't see AOL play this.
This is where we start realizing the game is not fucking around with us anymore, because if you get hurt while you're casting a spell, it like stops the spell from being cast. So you have to recast the shield so you have all of it again, and then go try and cast a Dispel Magic spell.
I didn't see either AOL or Mecha play this part, but I'm assuming this was extremely frustrating, not knowing what to do here. Like, only 2 balls left on that spell. That's so rough. Sometimes 2 balls is too few balls. That's true. It's true. I don't know why I'm not like leaning back. I could be just relaxing. In a lot of LPs I'd done, I would have like been describing, oh, I'm combining both of the pedestals and da 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 da. And I did not do any of that stuff in this LP. It was too much. Okay, you don't even need to be standing next to that to dispel it. You can do it from anywhere in the room. Interesting. I didn't realize that.
Strangely enough, it doesn't matter what order you put those in.
Katamari music?
So here we are, casting spells again, the same way we were the first time through as Edward. I'm going to fast forward through a lot of this, obviously, unless there's a pretty interesting puzzle. Some of them are pretty lame, and obviously we're going to be casting a Paragon here.
I was like, did I fast forward with no audio? But it's this song again. I don't know what the song this is. It's a good song though. Katamari, yes.
We know Pius is summoning Zelatoth, and we know the only god stronger than Zelatoth is Chaturga, so the only way to defeat her would be to cast a spell to summon our own god.
Yeah, the game doesn't really spell out here, like, you need to summon God. I don't know why the audio and is so delayed there.
Here we have something a little unique. We have these podiums here and with symbols on them, and what we have to do is bring the same creature of the same alignment to that podium.
Just making some friends. It's unfortunate we don't use Ulioth's voice more in this playthrough. It's so cool. We blame all jank on sanity effects? Yes. All of it. Everything. In my real life, all the time. My eyes being all messed up right now.
We haven't really seen much of Ulioth in this playthrough when it comes to casting spells.
I just said that!
That's actually weaker than Zelatoth. So
I just said that.
Wouldn't really help us.
I just said that. I just said that. I just said that.
Because of that, we really miss a lot of the flavor of Ulioth throughout the game. However, it probably just tastes like unagi.
Probably true. Lack of sleep is technically a sanity effect, yes. I think Beep just said that. I did. I've not changed in 20 years, it's true. Will never change.
Summoning the horror takes a lot of magic. I don't think we've ever had to do it. And it's actually like an optional spell scroll, so if you miss it, I can imagine getting to this part of the game and being like, how the fuck do I do this?
Big man. This is such a good game, though.
Now that we have our museum of creatures on display, we've actually finished this puzzle. It's probably the most complex down here, and just leads us back to this annoying shit.
You figure that if you realize you need a 9-point summon spell to summon an ancient, you can figure out you need to summon a horror. That's true. That's true. I don't think it's that hard, but just confusing if you don't have the scroll.
If you guys haven't been getting good looks at the backgrounds of these sections when we're up here, take a look. They are just fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. I love how these areas look. They're so cool. They look like big matte paintings. They're like not 3D, but they're also 3D. They're also like really scary looking.
This is a part where you can be stuck for a long time trying to figure out what to do. If you run on the floor there, it causes that giant worm to come up and for your sanity level to go down. And now we're trapped in here.
Like this effect wouldn't work now. That would not work.
Is it really happened?
The only way to cause the room to go back to normal is to raise your sanity back up.
I don't think this is really a puzzle, but...
You guys probably didn't realize this, but there actually is a sneak button in this game. This is really the only time it's good to use it other than with trappers, but shooting trappers in the face is more effective. The only way to get across this is to just sneak.
I don't think I ever sneak in this game. Except for right here. Sneaked. Snucked. Snook. Wait. Snooker? Snooker? Snooker. Did you need the spell scroll to ever cast a spell? No. You just need the runes. I think you might need the description of the rune, but I also don't think you do. There's no reason to sneak in this game besides that. How long did it take you to figure that part out, AOL? I feel like I said in the LP, that's a pretty complicated spot.
The final boss battle in this is like a turn-based RPG style thing, and we want to choose Chaturga because he has the most health and he has the fastest like turn ratio, so we want to be able to hit as many times as possible.
That was a sanity effect, kind of. It was just me being weird. It's not a turn-based RPG. The last fight of this is not a turn-based RPG. I was just being beep salt. Damn it, I got zucked. There's the bookshelf. Bookshelf!
And here's this obelisk that we transported. Everything that goes in the trapper first stays there.
Bookshelf. Bookshelf, we missed you. I wonder if when I reprocess this video to put it back up on YouTube, if the audio just got desynced for the music sections. What is this music? Does anyone know what this track is? I'll know when I get DMCA'd on Twitch. So many trappers, oh my god. I don't think I just said this thing, nothing will ever top the time in Clock Tower 3 when we rewatched that LP, and I literally talked in unison with myself. That was absolutely batshit crazy when that happened. No music and vid description.
Okay.
Okay.
With this, and it's nice that it's very linear as long as you start on the left and work your way around.
Probably because I listed it in the first video. Yeah, how did he get free? Yeah, in unison.
Here's another unique puzzle, not to say it's difficult in any way, but we have these 3 obelisks, or whatever you want to call them, and they must be destroyed by using magical energy. A simple 7-point spell will take all of them out.
Haven't made the spell yet. Oh, you don't have to do one spell. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know how you're supposed to, like, know that. I don't know how you're supposed to know that. You buy the guide? True. True. Because I probably, when I originally played this back in the day, I probably looked stuff up. I never had the guide for this, though. Was there like a Prima Guides or Prima Games guide or whatever for this? I don't really know. I'm sure there probably was. I never owned it. By this point,
what we're doing right now is summoning a creature. We're doing a summon creature spell, but a 9.1. So what we want to do is select summon.
This Game Facts already existed, so like there's at least was information from Game Facts. Brady Games and Prima? Oh, cool, okay. I'm out of coffee, y'all. R.I.P. Rest in peace to me. Rest in peace. Oh yeah, Game Informer used to have stuff like that in the magazine, so that makes sense. I was like...
And one less Paragon for good measure.
I was like 25 and 26 when I made this, and I'm turning 39 tomorrow. Blows my mind. And I want to say like a fucking hearty ass thank you to people who are literally watching this with me right now, or maybe you're watching this on YouTube later and you watched this when it came out. Like fucking, that's dope. Like thank you for supporting me for like off and on for this fucking long. Like damn, thank you for like liking me. I have a low self-esteem.
Well, again, like we saw in Michael's chapter, we got some horrors hanging out. The only way to get rid of this barrier is to kill them. So we want to cast one as Chaturga and It's 2 against 1, you guys. As good as Chaturga is, this guy's not gonna make it out alive.
Oh, damn. We're out here causing chaos. They were just having like lunch. They were just hanging out. And we turned one of them into a flat earther. And now they're killing each other.
Now the barrier is still there because there's still 2 of them. So you want to cast another Chaturga spell. You could try casting an Ulioth and a Chaturga for a little more fun to watch all 3 of them fight each other, but this is a little easier to take care of.
Rest in peace to these men.
Here's a good place to show off throwing the Gladius. All you have to do is target and stand kind of far away and it'll do it for you.
Gladius is the Enchanted Gladius is so cool, and you can get this on a first playthrough pretty easily. Like I said, Mecha and AOL
That was really
both got
weird.
it.
We were able to finish off something that was already dying, but it didn't fill our sanity. I'm not sure. I've never seen anything like that before.
That's the same time you created your nickname? That's awesome. Friends don't let friends become flat earthers even if they're eldritch horrors. That's really good. That is true. I'd rather be friends with an eldritch horror, not gonna lie. I probably would rather date an eldritch horror, also not lying. Thank you everyone for being nice to me. Yeah, there is some of this that really is Nintendo 64-esque, but I think there's so many highlights, like things like the voice acting, where I'm just like, they could have never done this if it was still on 64.
We completed our 9-point spell to summon a creature. The only things left for us to do are to make sure our health and sanity is up at max and save the game, which it gives us an option to right before we walk through the portal. And through that portal is the end of the game.
Would I rather Vicar Amelia or Moon Presence? Vicar Amelia, that's my wife. Is this fight in the same video still? Oh, it is. Okay. This video is 41 minutes long. I probably had an existential crisis when I made a 41-minute long video.
The summoning spell I began 2,000 years ago is finally complete.
This dude is about to eat every bite of the scenery.
First morsel for my lady Zelatoth. An appetizer for the banquet your race shall provide.
You forget what it means to be human, Pious. The human race will never go quietly into the darkness. For as long as you have spent summoning your lord, people have struggled against you. Now, thanks to their efforts, I have 3 of the Ancient's essences. Now, Pious, this is the end.
The end indeed.
Yeah, so I played Sucker for Love. It's fine. The third chapter is very, very hard. But the first 2 chapters are both really, really good. Oh shit, I have to go back and beat Sucker for Love if I'm beating things that I couldn't beat. Oh no, I forgot about that. Y'all. Here they come. Here they come. Fucking Pargons, let's go. She's sexy. Beep Salt said, this is sexy. 13 years ago. Oh, that's true. RE2 was on Nintendo 64. So this weekend we have to beat Undertale. We have to beat Sucker for Love. Evidently, I forgot about that. We have to beat Death's Door. I mean, it might just take us the whole time to beat Undertale.
Zelatoth's artifact is imbuing Pius with power, and the only way to get him to be weak and vulnerable is to destroy that artifact. As you can see, casting a shield is not going to help you because Pius will just cast a spell that will remove it.
He's a dick. How many? When's your birthday, Cursed? When's your birthday, Cursed? November. I'll do it. Evo is actually a really good one. I doubt there's much things in there that will make me stressed out. No evolution November. That's what we're doing. Or only evolution November, I guess. This music is a bop. Hey, girl. I've been waiting in this statue for fucking 2,000 years to kill you. Back in my favorite room one more time. Ah! Sorry, I wanted to participate.
As if Elia hasn't already done enough, now it's her turn to actually fight Pius. For each character you're playing as, you will have to avoid getting hit, run over, hit Zelatoth's item, and then you are transformed back into Alex for another whack at Pius.
Evo's your favorite LP of all time. It's probably like, my favorites are probably this one, Evo, and then probably Limbo, strangely enough.
If you are hit as any of these characters, you must restart again from the beginning of that character, meaning you will turn back into Alex and need to hit Pius again to turn back into the character you had been.
Again, Vega making this look so easy. Hey, Midnight Coffees, how are you doing? Well, Cursed, no subs necessary, evidently. Because not only you, but 2 other people are saying that it's the best, so I should just do it. Stretching. Subathon's going real good. We're down to 2 hours and 43 minutes. We're watching an LP. We're almost done with this, and then I have to figure out something else to do. Whoa, Midnight Coffees. Thank you for 10 gift subs. Thank you so much.
Celestial Plane.
Oh my gosh, that was so nice of you.
Slap down on Zelatoth.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Now we're back to 3 hours and 22 minutes. Thank you. Okay, we are within spitting distance of a new emote. We need 9 subs. So we're doing Silent Hill on Thursday night. Thank you for the 100 bits. A thong? No. Yeah, we're doing Silent Hill 4 on Thursday. That way I'm less tired and I'm like refreshed because we're gonna have to learn the route. And I'm not gonna do a casual playthrough of Silent Hill 4 first. We're just gonna play it. I don't have the patience. Yeah, I love this fight. This fight is so good. I know that it can be frustrating the first time you play it, but when you think about how cinematic it is, once you learn how to dodge this move too, it's a lot easier. That subathon, thon. Thank you, Kenny.
The first 3 characters were fast and nimble, and the second 3 are very slow, which makes this section a little bit harder.
Yeah, you're slow, Roberto. Sorry, James Lipton. You're slow as fuck. Zoop's about to time out Honk Pepper. Poor Honk Pepper. He's just trying to live on this earth. The earth that I and Fallison brought him into. Cursed. Oh my gosh, Cursed, thank you so much. We did it. Oh, thank you, Cursed. Here comes the fucking hype train. Wee wee. I don't know why the hype train wasn't a...
here, but now we have the ability to actually damage Pius.
Yeah, so we thank you so much. We hit our... We're back up to 4 hours again. Excellent. I'm down. But this means we get a new emote. I don't know what we should have for the new emote. We gotta figure out a new emote.
This is really where the Enchanted Gladius is helpful. It's not really useful in her whole chapter, but at the end here, when it does extra damage to Pius, instead of having to recast an enchant spell, it's really nice.
Thank you, Danny, for the 69 bits. Pargon Puff emote. Oh, a dab. Oh, that's true. We don't have a dab. That is true. I like a Pargon Puff emote, though. Dramatic reading of the porn Eternal Darkness fanfic. But censoring the bad words? Yes. Yeah, Austin, I kept missing the hype train because I used Chatty. So I added that. I listened to a lot of different train sounds until I found a train sound I liked. I know, for some reason, something about this. Midnight Coffees, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. That's so nice of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Y'all being so nice to me today. The world's cutest gamer. Farting. Jesus.
And just like every playable character, Pius becomes injured and slower as he takes damage.
This is my favorite part of this boss. As you hurt this man, he gets slowed down. He turns into like an injured character just like you would when you get hurt. Like, it's so cool. Like, it's such a cool detail. Yeah, he like Monster Hunter limps. He's dying. He's trying to live on this earth and we are throwing a blade at his face. It's so cool. Yeah, he's Sif. Yes, Sif. Also, this music is just so good. Look at him. Oh, he's still backhanding me. Zelatoth, my wife, my wife. Rest in peace. Thank you for the 100 bits. Yes.
The level 5 hype train.
We have completed the level 5 hype train. Thank you so much.
Is not so easily destroyed. No. My death is just the beginning.
We don't have a Max emote either. Oh, Max wanted to draw the emote. Danny, you could let them draw the emote on your computer. She's not as cool as Heather, but she's still cool.
What have I done?
Thank you for the 100 bits, Empirical Woodland.
Quickly, Alex! We must find this creature! It cannot be allowed to remain in this universe! Ah, that's the ticket.
I love when you pick the wrong answers there. I love when you pick the wrong answers there. He's just like, what the hell? That's not gonna work. So like we brought Churga out and then we're putting him back into the hole. He's like,
it is finally over, my dear.
It was at this moment that he knew
the ancients
he fucked up.
He did fuck up. We all fucked up.
You have proved to be an incredibly courageous young woman. Your mother and father would have been proud of you, just as I am. I'm sorry it had to be like this. It's not quite the inheritance I had in mind for you, but there was so little time, and so much to do. Goodbye, Alex.
Oh my god, what is this hyper mode I got? What is this? Oh, it's a little duck cheering. I thought it was the duck was giving the middle finger.
New knowledge now seeped inside. Something happened then. I realized that I was not the only one, that there were many others like me, in other places, other universes, fighting the same fight.
I love this. Oh.
To serve the needs of the great ancient.
This gives me big feelings.
And to have my world spared from eternal darkness.
They said it! She said the name.
This is where the game would end your first playthrough. However, I have uploaded a video with the 2 other endings for Chattur'gha and Ulyaoth's Pass. I would suggest going to watch those before we watch the final ending. And now, here's the final ending of Eternal Darkness.
So, real quick before this plays. So, when AOL played this game, also they're like leaf blowing right behind me, so it's really hard for me to hear everything if you couldn't see me doing this. So, if you've never seen this game before we watch this, I want to explain what this is. So, this game rewarded you for playing the game 3 times, once with each alignment. I know it's so loud. It's so loud. Right behind my window. Right now. Oh, they can hear it. We're gonna pause for just a moment so they can fucking leaf blow or whatever they're doing right behind me. Oh, I can smell it. Oh, I can smell like the gas from the machine. They're literally like right outside that window. It's so loud. Oh my god, it smells so strong. It smells like burning like gasoline in my room. Can you smell it?
Not here.
Come sit where I am. Sanity effects be going fucking hard.
Oh, I can smell it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Go away. Get out of here. The dog probably thinks I'm yelling. No, I didn't light any candles. I never blew this candle out last night. It just died. Oh my god.
Oh no. Poor candle.
Oh, I mean, it's the old candle. I want to light this candle because I literally... Oh, this one I think is dead too. Oh my god. Bro, sanity effects be going... They're chainsawing into my house to stop me from finishing this game. Where should I even put this? I'll put it right here. Oh my god. Please, go away! No, it doesn't smell like gas fumes. It smells like burning gas, like that it's already burnt. It's like a different, I don't know, it's a different smell. Oh my, can they... There they go. Okay, they're moving away. So anyway, the game rewarded you. That sanity effect is over. The game rewarded you if you played it 3 times. So, and I gave AOL my saves so that you could see this because this is so fucking important. This, like, to me, is what makes this game good, is this final ending. Like, it's the way she said in that last segment, I knew there were other people out there like me fighting their own fights. So after you defeat Chattur'gha with Ulyaoth and Xelatoth with Chattur'gha and Ulyaoth with Xelatoth, you get this final cutscene.
It comes to pass. Of the three ancients, there is nothing. The mighty Chaturga has obliterated the insanity of Xelotath. The madness of Xelotath has overcome the power of Ulyaoth. The boundless Ulyaoth has decimated the power of Chaturga. All at once, separate and simultaneous. For the universe is made of many time streams, many possibilities, all in harmonious synchronicity. Only Mantarok remains, slowly dying. Mantarok, keeper, overseer, warden of ancients, chaos, an entity trapped between the veils of reality and the enchanted stakes that impale its flesh. Unable to rally its guardians,
I muted because they're still behind me.
subtle manipulations of the Roivas family to destroy its enemies. Knowing the nature of the ancients, it used its pawns to play them against each other, resulting in their mutual annihilation. Now it will languish forever, festering in its tomb, plotting.
Yo, it's so cool. Yo, it's so cool. Is that not the coolest fucking end to a video game of all time? Like, you 3 times in 3 different time streams kill all 3 gods at Mantarok's behest. And then Mantarok isn't even free.
All right, so that was Eternal Darkness, and you guys saw the true ending of that. I actually have Vega with me right here, too, so we can discuss that for a minute, because I wanted to mention that it makes a lot more sense now how Pius actually got down, like, because we were in Mantarok's temple, obviously, as Pius's character, and it makes sense that Mantarok would be the one manipulating Pius to go down there and grab Xelotath's artifact.
No, it didn't really make sense.
What do you mean?
It was just like a bunch of different dimensions out of nowhere. The game never implied that there were other dimensions or how that worked or anything. It was just like something to achieve for no real reason.
She did not like this.
Though, because it meant Mantarok was more than just like stupid, you know, dude in the corner.
Yeah, that was nice, but...
Well, because that also explained, like, because the whole time I was like, well, how is Mantarok, you know, better than all the rest of them if he's just a dude trapped, like a god trapped in a thing in a basement, you know?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for playing the game for me.
Yeah, no problem. It was fun.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to work with someone else doing the gameplay for the game, especially because, like, you had a different style of playing the game. Although both of us don't enjoy using, like, care about using the magic pool ever.
Yeah.
Which god was your favorite? Because we've been having a conversation in the thread about who like loves which god, and like mine is Xelotath by far.
Yeah, it's a hard choice, but I'd probably have to go with Xelotath too.
I think that's why I always play through on her thing too, because I love seeing her cutscenes.
Right.
And which one's your favorite character to play as?
Sure, whichever.
Probably Michael, just because he's like fucking killing everything with all of his guns and his giant axe and shit.
I just like Michael as a character just because he's like, hold on, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I also really like Elia.
Elia was pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
Wasn't very good for combat though.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, she's a little girl, so...
She had like the little dart blower thing.
Yeah, that didn't do much.
Like very ineffective.
But, like, this game doesn't scare you at all. Like, you were much more scared by the remake of Resident Evil.
Yeah, I'm not really scared by a lot of horror games at all.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm definitely a lot more scared of this game just because anything could happen. Like, when I first played through it, I was like, anything could happen at any time. And sometimes it does. But then sometimes you're like, this is really boring.
I don't know what the plot of Eternal Darkness 2 would have been at all.
And after a while, you start to realize when sanity effects are happening and when they're not.
Yeah, that's true.
Like your head falls off and you're like, oh, okay, it's a sanity effect. Then you don't care anymore.
The first time I saw the one where you do a healing spell and you explode, I like shat myself. I thought I was dead. I was like so angry because I was about to die anyway.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I kept trying to do it, and I could never get it to happen.
Well, like every time I try and make a sanity effect happen, it never does. Like I was trying to show off the one where you go and save your game, and it just would not happen.
It's like the game knows.
The game is sentient. I'm afraid to keep it in my in my Wii when I have my Wii off, even when it's just off. I'm afraid it'll turn my TV on, and fucking Zelatoth will come out of the screen and rape me. Although I might actually be okay with that.
Whoa.
Oh. Okay, that's how we're gonna end this.
LP, I definitely enjoyed making it. Thank you, Vega, for doing the gameplay.
That's how we're gonna end this. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have thought that I would make this through without having said something so fucked up. Should not have thought that I would make it through without saying something that fucked up. I said, I used the R word in regards to somebody having sex with me. That was way, way, way more acceptable multiple years, like 13 years ago. Oh, this is what happens when you die, by the way. This is just the cutscene? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm canceled. I'm canceling myself, please. I guess the stream is over.
I spit at thee.
Definitely 13 years later. It's a little different language-wise. No, it was not the same 13 years ago, Danny. Thank you for the tea. I do feel bad for saying that. Thanks, Danny. Thanks for coming in here and making me feel worse when I already feel bad. I thought I made it through the whole piece, the whole LP without saying anything really shitty. I definitely used the word retarded a lot. Pardon me for using it right there. A lot back then. Didn't use the word that I just used very frequently. But there was an LP where I definitely used that word. I don't think I would ever have said any F slur at all, period. Like, that's not something I would have said, period. Okay. Well, we almost made it without something really shitty being said, and it was me at the end. Also, the fact that Vega was so unimpressed by that final ending, and I loved it so much, is absolutely on brand for both of us, for sure. Okay. Go into here. Zero's still over here. Hi, buddy. How does Augustus spit at thee? Wait, what do you mean? I didn't even see that. Augustus spits at you? Oh, did he say that in that last scene where I was pausing it? I'm gonna go to the final video and maybe we'll look at some comments. Yeah, I don't think he can really spit. I don't know what's happening in this music right now. Sometimes I like to look at old comments and see weird things because I've seen things like Mist saying stuff. Yeah, like someone left a comment where they said some of these noises sound like someone being the R word. So like that was a lot. Thanks for a great LP, they said. I wish someone would say something about my poor Moose Lawrence. My poor Moose Lawrence. I think people also in the comments thought that the blue screen of death was me doing it and not in the game. But that is in the game. I didn't add any visual effects, really. Oh, a lot of these comments say, I remember my first moose. And then a comment. Okay, so real quick, this comment. So this video was posted 2011, June 29, 2011. So that's over 10 years ago. There's a comment from 4 years ago. So 6 or 7 years after the video came out that says, please heal your sanity. That lady crying is so annoying. And I left a comment on that said, okay, I'll go do that right now. We were talking the other day about why I like streaming more than I liked LPing, and it's because of stuff like that. Okay. It's so interesting. It says one unavailable video is hidden. I don't think it's one of my videos, but let me look real quick just in case. Someone mentioned Retsu Prey earlier, and it oh, what is this? What is this video? Hold on. What is this video? This is the video. This is private. This is the video that was privatized.
In 2009, I did a Let's Play of the game Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem for the GameCube. And sometime in 2010, I took down a lot of my Let's Plays. Some of them I just made private. Eternal Darkness was one of the few that I actually deleted. Since then, I've had many people asking me to put it back up. So I have done that. I originally was almost going to be unable to because I could not find the last video, but thanks to a guy named Fox McCloud on Twitter, I was able to upload the last video. So they are all up. The game is very in-depth. There's a lot of information in it. And the thing about the game is I also originally posted this on somethingawful.com. So there is a lot of detailed text, which is kind of important for you to read, which is going to be on my website. Currently, all of the videos are unlisted because I uploaded about 25 videos today and I don't want to overwhelm people's YouTube feeds. So for now, in order to see Let's Play Eternal Darkness, you will need to go to my website, which will be linked. It's also ssskinner.wordpress.com. And you can see all of my LPs have descriptions. Some are more in depth, some are less in depth. This one is a lot of text. There's fan art, there's bonus content. Mike Mnemonic drew a picture for it. I also have like I said, a bunch of people collaborated with me on this LP, and it's a fun LP. It's a little more serious than some of my stuff. It was recorded around the same time as Super Mario World 2+2, and those two kind of played off.
Email my web zone and click on my web ring.
Thank you, Mikers. I will click on your web ring and go to the next website.
Both of them
your GeoCities page.
Friends, and I think the LP is pretty good. A lot of people enjoy it, and so this is kind of like my way of saying this is going to be a lot more of a 2009 style LP than something that I would be doing today. And I'm just glad a lot of people appreciate it and have asked for it to be put back up. So that's what I'm doing because I love you guys. You guys are great, and everyone who loves and appreciates this LP, I just want to be able to put it back up there so you guys can watch it again. Feel free to leave comments on videos. I will still respond to them even though the videos are 2 years old and I can't really change the LP. But this is also for the people who have been telling me that they're bored because they've run out of my videos to watch of mine. So just go to ssskinner.wordpress.com. It's in the 2009 category under Eternal Darkness. I'll also have a more specific link there. You can go read Edward Roivas's letters, listen to the Black Rose song, listen to the audiobook, and a lot of other things that were going on back then. So
is there more there?
If you do, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys soon.
What? Hold on. Is there other stuff here? Like, is there more? Yeah, see, General Ironicus helped me with the translations on this Italian website about the Nintendo 64 version. But, okay, so there's a lot of writing, but wait, is there like the full audio from things that are not Eternal Darkness? I made this giant lobster murder image. What is the... Yeah, this is like all of this stuff. Here's the letters. Oh, I was hoping that the whole Black Rose song was up here, or the audiobook. I referenced it there, but I don't see them here. Interesting. I wonder why I referenced that and I don't. It's not on here anywhere. Maybe it's because it's in the thread somewhere, which I don't want to go click on right now because it's going to give me absolute stress moments. Okay. I don't know. I thought that would be in here somewhere because I did reference it, but that is okay. Anyway, this is not appropriate for work. There was a lot of, so like I still have this blog up with all of my Let's Plays on it. You can go see all of these pages for all of this, like Shattered Memories. Here's all the Shattered Memories stuff. Here's the streams. Download on iTunes. Subscribe to the RSS. Blip TV? The fuck is Blip TV? It's not even loading. That playlist doesn't even exist anymore. Does that playlist not even exist anymore? Please don't play that. I was like, is something embarrassing going to be in here? But it won't be. It exists, right? Like Limbo is really good too. This was a mess. Yeah, okay, Shattered Memories still exist. Shat Memories. Yeah, all these videos are still up here, and then the stream is up here too. Did I really finish this game in like 4 hours when I streamed this? When AOL and I did it, it took us like 6 hours. Yeah, Blip TV was something we used a lot for stuff back in the day for these things. What are we going to do now? We'll decide. We'll decide. We'll decide. I doubt I cheated or gave up. There's no way to really cheat that game. All right. I guess I'm going to spin this. Wait, this is the old wheel. This has too much stuff on it. This has too much stuff on it. It's got Nightcrawler on it. Where's the wheel that's not the old wheel? Maybe I deleted it. Maybe I closed it. Okay. Well, what else is even on this wheel at this point? We could do some city. We are cursed. I'm not playing Nightcrawler. It is it is uninstalled. Look at this. Look at this shit. This shit is gone. It's done. Never again. Never again. Would you recommend? No. Post a review. Nightcry is a bad game. It's broken, and you will be too if you play it. Maybe if you speedrun it, you might like it. Otherwise, just go play with some broken glass on the side of the road, and it's free. There you go.